Alright, so it's Sunday. I'm working on pressing some more slugs. Shout out to Ed, Tucson, Arizona, for supporting the channel and placing an order for some 17 and 19 grain lead hollow point slugs. So, yeah, thanks a lot. A little bit of support helps. I mean, these slugs aren't cheap because they're hand pressed and the pure lead's expensive, but takes me a long time just to do each batch for the orders. But yeah, I love doing ammo development and stuff like that, so it helps to find out what people are shooting and how my slugs shoot out of those rifles. So yeah, if anybody out there wants to test these out, they tend to work real good in a lot of the common rifles, you know, the crawls, the air venturies. I even shoot them out of my Oregon real well. So yeah, try these out. I want to get some people with some FXs to try them out, and we run 17s, 19s. I can do 22s, 26s, and then we do 25 cal. We do 29s, 33s, and 36s. So yeah, 22 cal and 25 cal. All you guys out there, I appreciate some orders to come in, so can just keep the channel going a little bit. It's really only like chump change if you think about it. I just make a few bucks per 100, but it takes a while to do 100. But yeah, just appreciate a little bit of support here and there. Just helps out. All right, thanks. So I shot my 17 grain slugs into this gel block at different velocities. On the left, I shot it at 600 feet per second. We didn't get the slug to expand, and it went all the way through at low velocity. And then when I bumped it up to about 675 feet per second, we got a little bit of expansion, but still kind of a lot of penetration, about 5 inches. And then when we bump up the velocity to like 850 and 950 on these ones, that's when we get the least amount of penetration but the biggest wound cavities with full expansion on the slugs. And this one at 950, this was the fastest one I shot. We got fragmentation of the lead and the most damaging wound cavity. So yeah, higher velocity on these is giving us less penetration but the best wound channels and hydrostatic shock. So here's some various hunting projectiles for air rifles, starting with the Hades, shot at low and then higher velocity, and then like the Sig Zeros, the Predator Polymags, Barracuda Hunters, and then some Slugs. The first one is just shot at real slow speed, like 600 feet per second. And then as you can see, as you increase up the velocity, the 700, 850, and then like 950 to 1,000 feet per second, you just get a lot bigger wound channel with the slug. Because I mean, at a high velocity, this 22 caliber slug expanded to 68 caliber, whereas like the biggest expansion that I was getting from these, it was like 35 cal, which is like the Barracuda Hunters from H&N. So I think that's why we get more quick and humane dispatches of like the quarry or the pests when we use the hollow point slugs. It can just turn the lights out a lot faster with the hydrostatic shock than these other hunting projectiles. So yeah, like if you need to get penetration, probably like a like a hard lead slug like an NSA would do better. But then or like just like a hunting pellet. But the thing is like for hunting birds and stuff like that and like ground squirrels, you just want to dump the energy real quick for humane dispatch, especially if you're trying to harvest like the quarry, like pigeons or whatever, or doves. Like you don't want them to fly away, so you want them to be able to pretty much get immobilized and stopped in their tracks so they can't fly like 100 yards away into a field of corn or whatever. So then also too, now you got better BC when you're shooting a slug than a hunting pellet, so it's not going to get blown by the wind. You're more likely to hit the quarry, because all the time when I'm outdoors hunting trying to harvest something or whatever, like I mean the wind's always shifting. It's going faster, slower, and, I'm changing from this direction to that direction, shooting into the wind, so it's real hard to predict like how far your slug is, or if you're shooting with pellets, it's like real hard to predict how far your pellet is going to get pushed by the wind for what range you're shooting at and how it's gusting and what direction it's going. So it makes it a lot easier to hit the quarry when you're shooting with a slug, because it doesn't really get pushed around by the wind as much. And then they also don't drop as much because it has a higher BC, or better BC I should say, so they'll shoot out farther and get pushed less by the wind, so you're more likely to hit the quarry like when you start shooting slugs. But take that into consideration, and then choose like what works, because obviously like pellets are good for certain things, I guess, but for me, if I want to harvest something, like I'll shoot a slug over a pellet any day, just because I know I'm more likely to hit the target, and then I know it's more likely to do a lot of dump the energy and stop the quarry in its tracks so I can go and grab it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you guys shoot, how fast, and what kind of small game or medium size quarry you guys are getting down with air rifles. Thanks. Alright, Arizona Ed, your 17 grain beauties are done. Oh yeah, check out them big hollows. Hopefully you can put a lot of critters down with these puppies. Oh yeah, check it, dog. Now I gotta start on your 19s. Damn it, I thought I was done. Anyways, thanks for the order, pal.